Let's take a look at Tesla stock. What has Tesla stock done today after the deep seek news of yesterday and before the earnings call of tomorrow? It closed at 398.09, up 94 cents, 0.24%. Post-market, we are down a little bit by $1.30. So let's take a look at what this means on the chart. Tesla is maintaining itself quite well. We have buyer support at 388.73. Sellers are not willing to sell lower than that number. Only briefly during the day, but we are basically bouncing on 388.73. But we are trending down in terms of the highs. This is a high that we had here. This is another high. This is another high. In terms of the highs, we are trending down. In terms of the lows, this is a low, this is a low, and this is a low. In terms of the lows, we are trending up. So right now, we are basically in equilibrium between the buyers and sellers. It's not a perfect equilibrium with a specific stock price. The price is varying a little bit, but it's varying less and less. And what usually happens when we have a decrease in variability, we should be getting a move eventually. So that might come as soon as tomorrow, because tomorrow Tesla is going to be having an earnings call after the close. Depending on what Elon says there, depending on the earnings call, the profits and the revenues and everything, depending on the stories that are being told around this might entice buyers to buy more or sellers to sell more. And on Thursday, we are going to start seeing the effect of that earnings call. Nobody knows what is going to happen. If you think you know, this is fine. You can have an opinion. This is called a speculation. You are speculating because there's some unknowns. Once this is going to become known, we are going to be right here looking at which threshold Tesla stock is going to break. If Tesla starts to break this downward trend threshold and also this horizontal resistance at 426.47, we are going to conclude that this is a buy signal because there's a step change in the behavior of the stock. Conversely, if we start breaking this support right here, we are going to conclude that we are entering a bearish pattern. We are going to get an answer for that question Thursday morning. If we take a look at the 1 hour chart, we had a pretty good day today. So yesterday we bounced on this diagonal support right here. On the first hour of the day, we broke it, went lower also on the second hour, but then look at this. We are starting to move higher. So we are not going much lower than 388.73. Our low of the day was at 386.50. So we are $10 off approximately. And then starting from the third hour, actually, we started to bounce on this and we have been going higher and higher. And we are now caving into our previous resistance at 465. I cannot make this up. You see this? It's caving right there. It's not caving here, 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 here. It's caving in right there. So maybe we are going to get a pre-earnings move tomorrow if we start closing above 465. This is the number you need to remember. If we start closing above 465 on the 1 hour chart, this is going to mean that buyers are overpowering the sellers in anticipation of the earnings call. It does not mean that this could reverse on the earnings call. It's just going to give us an idea of the sentiment of the buyers and sellers and the balance between both of them prior to the earnings call. But so far, even with this little bit of a move up that we had during the past 4 or 5 hours, we still don't have stochastic over 60 on the 1 hour chart. So this is telling us that this move up is not to be believed yet. Let's take a look at the rest of the market. Let's take a look at VIX. VIX is down 1.47, 8% down. So this deep seek news that we had on the weekend, yesterday also in the morning, then this is cooling down a lot. VIX is the fear factor of the stock market. When the VIX is high, the stock market goes low. So the fact that we are moving back down, close below the diagonal support that we had, this is all great news for the market. Let's take a look at the 10-year bonds. Bonds also, red candle, no stochastic. There's a downward pressure right here on the bonds. This is also helping the markets. Let's take a look at the stock indices. So Dow Jones continuing higher and higher. This is positive. SPX, yesterday we came back inside this downward resistance, back into our downward channel that we had been outside of. We came back into it yesterday, but now, boom, we are back up. So it is almost as if we are erasing the move down that we had yesterday. NASDAQ, same thing, nice green candle up by 1.59%. This is looking a lot better, and we gained back to also stochastic over 60. Let's take a look at Russell. Russell, this is not as good. You know, the small caps are not doing as good. They are not yet there. They are still into a downward trend. So I would advise, based on this, wait until you get into small caps. There are exceptions, but as a whole, this is not looking super good. Let's take a look at the heat map of the market. The FANG stock did pretty good, but overall, we see a lot of red: finance, health technologies, consumer non-durables, energy not doing too good. It is the big FANG stock that had a good day after the really bad day that we had yesterday. Let's also not forget what is coming up tomorrow, the Fed interest rates. Fed interest rate decisions, this could have a huge impact. The Federal Reserve is widely expected to keep the Fed funds rate steady at the 4.25 to 4.5% range during its January 2025 meeting, pausing its rate cutting cycle after 3 consecutive reductions in 2024 that totaled a full percentage point. So the expectation is that the interest rates remain the same. That's the expectation. So if we have something lower than that, we could see the markets just fly off. So stay tuned. We are going to analyze what happened at the end of the day tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, you can become a YouTube member. Click on my TradingView affiliate link. I'm going to wish you a great evening. We are going to talk tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you à la prochaine.